Hi, I'm Matt Bissonette, and this is the Extraordinary Everyday Leadership Podcast. Have you ever worked for that manager or supervisor that's a micromanager? You know the kind, always in your business, always watching over your shoulder, always trying to tweak the process you just tweaked. Don't you just hate that? Does it make you feel like a bug? As a leader of teams, being a micromanager is toxic. Employees will begin to withdraw. They'll sit back and they'll listen to see what you're going to say or do because they've watched you micromanage them in the past. They're anticipating that you're going to step in at some point in time again. This behavior causes your employees to begin doing less than quality work. They'll think to themselves, I'll get it into 80% and then I'll get the manager to look at it. They're going to want to do their own take on it anyway, so why do 100% into it? Let's just get the draft out there and they're going to fix it from there. Well, this is terrible for an organization because now your employees are pulling back. They're not creating the best work they can. They're not being innovative or creative. At the same time, the manager is probably feeling, why aren't these people working anymore? And how come I have to solve all the problems around here? It's a self-fulfilling spiral when you micromanage your employees. So what can you do to change if you currently are exhibiting some of the tendencies of a micromanager? Number one, break out your SMART goals and make sure that both you and your employees know what the goals are. Be sure everyone knows where they're going and what you want them to get in the end. Number two, communicate your expectations about what you want, both in the form of process and outcomes. If there's room and flexibility in how you let your employees determine that, just make sure the outcomes are clear. Number three, build an accountability to the goals. First, take a step back as a manager and let your employees do their best work based on the expectations you gave them and the goals you set out for them. Then, when the time comes to meet those goals, you look at the goals, you see how they did, and you talk to them about how they did meet them or did not meet them. This is a performance development conversation, specifically based around hitting the goals and not so much around the process. But either way, you didn't have to lean over their shoulders. You gave them a chance to do it themselves. And quite honestly, you probably had more time for yourself to go and do what you do best while they were doing what you do best. So today, communicate with your employees. Make sure that expectations and goals are clear, and then hold them accountable to the outcomes. If you do these things, your team will move forward and you will not have to listen to the crunch of the bugs as you step on them from your micromanaging. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode of the Extraordinary Everyday Leadership Podcast. Have a great day and keep moving forward.